Alright, so I just got back from watching A Working Man, the latest Jason Statham action film directed by David Ayer, who's the same guy who directed the most recent, besides this one, Jason Statham action film last year, The Beekeeper. So we have a reunite, these two actor-director reuniting to basically make the same movie again, because Jason Statham is playing just a simple man minding his own business when someone comes along and wrongs some innocents, and now it is revealed that Jason Statham can actually kick a lot of butt, and he's off to deliver vigilante justice. In The Beekeeper, it was scammers scamming the elderly. In this one, it is human traffickers. And in The Beekeeper, he was a beekeeper. In A Working Man, he was a working man, a construction worker. And yeah, so that's basically the plot, all right? It's, the daughter of his boss, who he has a good relationship with, gets kidnapped, and Jason Statham goes out to, butt heads and crack some skulls. So if that sounds appealing to you, then you'll probably have a great time with this movie. It's exactly what you think it's going to be. It's Jason Statham walking around, growling and mumbling in his voice, and then, beating a bunch of guys up who deserve it. So it's like it's the classic revenge fantasy that I believe John Wick perfected. It's going to be very hard, in my personal opinion, for any movie that is basically a one-man army revenge fantasy action movie to do any better than the John Wick franchise. But, you can still try. And Jason Statham, I like him. He's not a great actor by any means, but he knows what he does well, and he does it well. And he does it again here. And if you like these movies, these Jason Statham action movies, then you'll probably will like this. I thought it was fine. I honestly don't remember enough about The Beekeeper to know if it's better than The Beekeeper or not. But this movie just didn't do a lot for me. It's not very original. But some people aren't looking for something original. You just want to see something that and is entertaining enough. And I think A Working Man is entertaining enough. I don't think it's worth a theater ticket, especially with the prices today. But, if you are having a night in and you want to watch something while you have dinner or something like that, or something before you go to bed, you could definitely do a lot worse than A Working Man, especially if you like this sort of story, you like this sort of movie. I will say there are some weird production design moments, oddly enough, especially near the end of the movie. It gets very, very stylized. I felt like I was watching a Schumacher Batman film, like Batman Forever or Batman and Robin. You know how those movies have bright colors and weird angles and obvious stylized sets and stuff like that. I felt like this was like a modern version of a Schumacher Batman film, which was weird. Also, in any scene that takes place outside in the third act, there's this forest that's very clearly a set with this huge moon that looks like it's a backdrop painting. I felt like I was watching the set from the original Wolfman, the old black and white one that had that big forest set. I felt like I was watching that again. I was like, this is odd production design choices. But those are all just really nitpick stuff. The rest of the movie is pretty normal Jason Statham action movie stuff. So yeah, if you're interested, A Working Man is playing in theaters, and you can check it out.